What's up, YouTube? This is CTAG coming back with another Windows Phone video. Today we're going to be talking about some kind of upsetting news this morning. September 3rd, 2013, the phone manufacturer Nokia has just been bought out by Microsoft, makers of Windows. Nokia has been making Windows phones for the past maybe 2 years now, and they really brought Microsoft's market share up pretty dramatically. And it's becoming that Windows Phone is the fastest growing OS, mainly because of Nokia making amazing, beautiful devices like these and putting just stellar cameras on them. Anyway, Nokia had just been bought by Microsoft for about $7 billion, and it comes with a mixed bag of feelings. It's kind of mad. I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of, just right in the middle of those. It's just a mixed bag, and it's just, when I was reading this story on phonearena.com this morning, I wasn't really, it was just the least shocking news I've read in a long time, because ever since Stephen Elop, who is the CEO of Nokia, who a lot of people believe is going to be the CEO of Microsoft now that Ballmer has just retired. A lot of people saying that Elop was a Trojan horse from the beginning. A lot of people saw this coming ever since they announced that Elop was taking over the CEO position, saying that Nokia, this was just the first step of Nokia going to be eventually being bought out by what is actually the bigger company, Microsoft. And I was kind of speculating against that, because a lot of people was negative, and I was more of a positive mind, so I was arguing against it. But I was studying business in college, and the more I thought about it, the more it made more sense that maybe there was a very high possibility that could very much happen. So when I was reading the story this morning, it wasn't really surprising at all that Microsoft, the bigger company, who's not really, it's the bigger company. There's no way you can slice it. It's definitely the bigger company compared to Nokia. Nokia is was at one point the number one smartphone, or just cell phone in general, manufacturers, smartphones, regular phones, just regular cell phones. They were making them all, and they was the number one manufacturer. They've gotten killed, taken over, just totally owned by Samsung in the last few years. And Android and iOS have totally blown by Symbian, who was once dominant, the clear dominant winner of the smartphone OSs. Before the whole touchscreen revolution came out. Anyway, I'm gonna try to tell you the whole story and tell you my little history with Nokia. And I'm going to try to get through it as quick as possible, because this kind of is a long story, but I'm going to blow through it as quick as I can. My first Nokia smartphone that I fell in love with was a Nokia N95. Came out, I think, after the iPhone. Well, I had the 8 gig, so yeah, that model definitely came out after the iPhone. I think it was like 2008 or so. And I was just really looking around, searching for a phone that was better than the iPhone in some ways. So then that was the phone that I picked. It was a great phone. It came with a 2.8-inch screen. It was, it came with some, a regular phone keypad. But the T9 was ridiculous, really responsive. The browsing experience was pretty nice. It came with flash. It came with a 5-megapixel camera. This was in 2008. So, it came with some amazing speakers, probably the best speakers I ever even heard on the phone to this day. Uh, I think my Lumia 920 is better than that. But ever since then, I've been a die-hard Nokia fan. I have nothing but Nokias. I had every single high-end Nokia phone since then. And these are right now I have 3 Nokia phones. I have a Lumia 920, which is my main phone. That's this beast right here. Uh, and I have my old Lumia 900. That is my second in command. And I have a Nokia N9, which I'll get into in a little bit. That's a big part of this story. And yeah. Over the years, Nokia, back in 2008, Nokia was the king of smartphones. They were the number one market share leader in manufacturing smartphones, and Symbian, Nokia's main smartphone OS, was just the number one, far number one, beating iOS, beating Android, beating Windows Mobile, beating everybody back then. But over the years, as people's idea of how the smartphones are supposed to be changed, Symbian didn't change with it, and it ended up being the number one mistake Nokia's made in the past few years, because Nokia, they just haven't been keeping up with the times. Stephen Elop touched on it when his presentation, when it was talking about the Lumia 900, the Lumia 800, and a little bit when it was talking about the Lumia 920. He was talking about, this is not just a war of devices anymore, and it is a war of ecosystems. And Nokia failed to realize that until it was almost too late. They was using Symbian up until about 2010, 2011. When they finally released the Nokia N9, which was their new OS they made with Intel. And that phone was awesome. I ended up buying it. I ended up buying a 64 gig. It came with a OS called Migo, and it was just amazing. It was smooth. It was different from iOS, and Android and even Windows, but it still kind of had similar aesthetics like them. And it was just a great OS. But Nokia decided to ditch the Migo platform to go with Windows Phone. And over the years, as people stopped using Nokia products because of Symbian's dated user interface, and it was the OS. The OS worked. It got the job done. It just looked, old-fashioned compared to Android and even iOS in a lot of ways. So. A lot of people started to stop using Symbian, and Symbian's market share started to go down, and Nokia's market share started to go down because people stopped buying Nokia products. And when they finally went over to Windows Phone, I was very happy. I was amazing. I ran out. I didn't get the Lumia 800. I ended up waiting and getting the 900. That's the phone I have here because I already had the N9, so what was the point of getting the Lumia 800? So it is what it is with that. And then, up until now, they came out with the 800. That was a beast. They upgraded with the 900. That was a beast. And they came out with the 920 when that was a super beast. And then, ever since then, there's just been incremental upgrades since then. And yeah, they came out with the Lumia 1020 about a month ago, and that phone's awesome. But really just the camera, that's all that's changed. They're coming out with the Lumia 1520. That's right, the phone right here. They're probably the next Lumia I'm gonna get. And but yeah, there's no more Nokia. All the new phones, all the Windows phones now that Nokia would have made are now. Here's another picture of the Lumia 1520. Oh yeah, by the way, I made all these live tiles, by the way. Well, I made, obviously I just made this on this phone, but all these laptops I made anyway. Yeah, man, all the new Windows phones that Nokia would have made are now going to be branded Microsoft or Windows Lumia 1520 or some shit like that, man. So no more Nokia, which is sad, but it is what it is. I saw this coming, and Nokia, this is the grave they dug, so they gotta lay in it. So it is what it is with that. That pretty much concludes my video. This is probably gonna be my longest video at this point because there's just so much to talk about. And yeah, CTAG signing out. Everybody be safe. Rest in peace, Nokia. It's been a good run, but you just were stubborn in the last few years, and it finally came back to bite you in the ass. But $7.8 billion is a lot of money. Hopefully, they can the Finnish phone makers can start up a new company. Maybe hop on the Jola Express and get this Sailfish OS rolling. Anyway, CTAG signing out. Everybody be safe.